please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Yes, look at you.
No gossip tonight.
Yes, this is Hood Talk, and this is Mr. Knowitall, and I'm here with Miss Bella.
Hello, everyone.
We're gonna get into the topic today.
Mm-hmm.
Go, Bella.
Hey, people. We're here to talk and encourage people on how losing someone you love changes you. We want to know if it's forever, or how to get past it. So, how losing someone you love changes you. You love this person. You changed. You really don't realize it.
What's up, Chelsea in the house? It's
Hey,
Chelsea.
Chelsea. How goes it?
What up, Robert in the house?
Hello, Robert. What's up? What's up?
Coming in here loud. Look out now.
Okay.
What up, Terry in the
Hey,
house?
Terry. Happy New Year.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year.
Yes, y'all come on in here strong because we need to help each other. How losing someone you love changes you. And it don't always have to be with death. Somebody you love, it changed you. I love this person. It changed me a whole lot.
Oh,
It make your love different.
you see how I had to start it off.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Know-it-all say, not knowing what to say or do. That's the moment of, look, throwing in the towel. We don't know what to say or do. We just like, okay. And we look for ways to get past the situation. So, and a lot of times with things like that, when you lose someone you love, you have to find your own comfort. What you think about that?
Well, it's something that is, I don't know if you ever get past it. You try to get through it,
Right.
you know, but not knowing what to say or do, um, that is the nail on the head. Once something like that happened, I think it comes as a shock. I mean, sometimes we feel like our people will sometimes last forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We always live with a person for so long, been knowing them 20, 30, years, and you just always think they're gonna be there.
Right.
And one day you wake up and it, you know,
How they say one year, the next year gone type of thing. Songs, music play an impact on people's lives. Hey,
right.
Terry said, hey, Bella, love is already here. So, I mean, love is weird. Yeah, it can be
Yeah,
on all levels.
yeah.
So, I do agree with you. So,
So,
not knowing what to say or what to do,
have you ever been in that predicament?
I have. And a lot of times when you get in that predicament, not knowing what to say or what to do, you know what comes next? Why? Why this happened? What happened to make this happen? What did I not do right? Or what could I have done to prevent? And a lot of times we cannot live off of why.
And to piggyback off that, why my family?
Right. Why?
Sometimes,
A lot of
sometimes
times
we
we
feel
start
like,
with not our family, we start with why me?
yeah, right.
Yeah, we start
We
with why.
feel like we feel sometimes, why is God picking on me?
Yeah.
You know, yeah,
Like what I didn't do right. Like what?
yeah.
What? Like Robert said, he said that is true. You don't know what to say or do because you have to realize that, man, I can't talk to them anymore. You feel lost and want to be in their company for just a few more minutes.
Yeah.
And that's true. And
Right.
I'm one. I lost my sister. Rest in peace, Joyce Wade, you know. And the thing about it is there has been times she passed in 2020, in December 2020. So a lot of times in 2021, the thing I normally do, I normally pick up the phone. Let me call my sister and tell her this, or let me call my sister and see what's up, you know. And habit forms, it kicks into place. You know, when those habits kick into place, you have to realize she's not there anymore. And so you have to deal with those things. So you have to get past that they're not there anymore. So
I
you're
think
trying to see how can you cope and get past that situation.
I think the worst thing for me is, you know, looking up that number, or going through Facebook, seeing, because I,
Yeah, and they still there. And then
yeah,
the thing about it is, Mr. Knowitall, how do you delete them? How do you delete their number? How do you delete them on Facebook?
can't.
You can't do it.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't do it. Like my sister, I can't delete her on Facebook. I can't delete her number right now.
I, 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 I often tell my homies, I got a lot of homies that passed that's on my Facebook, and
Mm,
when their birthday come around, and telling them, happy birthday,
happy birthday, yeah.
peace or whatever, coming to mind at that point. But it's just something you just, you. I mean, it's weird.
Yeah, it is. Like
You-
Terry said, he said, love is weird. It is.
Whoa.
Dang, Robert. He said, I've lost three sisters and his father. Mm, that is something to think about. You know, the worst thing that ever happened to me when I lost my mother, that was one point in my life where I felt like I couldn't go anymore. I couldn't live past that situation. But strength has endured me, and the well teaching of my mother, it has helped me live past that. But I still grieve her, you know, although it's been years. I still grieve my mother. I also grieve my father. My father isn't here anymore, and my sister. And rest in peace, my brother. I lost a brother, a sister, my mother, and my father. Those are things that were hard for me, but you know, you get past it. You know, my mother used to instill in me, you understand things better by and by. You know, in the beginning of any situation that's hard for you, you want to question why. But I always hear in the back of my head, you understand it better by and by. So as time go along, you know that this stuff was in God's plan and we couldn't do anything to prevent it. So, you
So
know, we can strength.
like Terry said, remember that song long time ago, Love's Gonna Get You. Love's gonna get you, love's gonna get you.
We need to hear that.
Well, that's that's a smooth little song too.
Okay, let me make a note of that. Don't move it yet. Let me see. I gotta listen to that in my own time because we don't need to be trying to do no copyright or
That's
anything.
Yeah, that's a good one because it's telling you about a whole lot of situations you
Oh,
find
okay.
yourself in, and your love for some. It'll say love gonna get you because you be thinking that
It's gonna
you
be
know,
hunky dory, and it doesn't. Yeah.
you know, it's kind of like anything, like cars, clothes. You claim you love something, but the things you really should love, sometimes you don't
Yeah.
treasure it.
Yeah.
And
Not like you think you should.
yeah, it's like we walk around here all the time talking about money, 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 this and that, but how many people talk about family, family, family?
Right. The
You
things that really should matter.
know, because
Because
you
when
can
it's
make
gone,
all
it's gone.
you can make all this money and slip on an egg, and and crack your neck and being
A straight banana peel.
right. I mean, I'm just saying, like, your life can change like that, and we don't realize when we pushing away everybody who truly love you, like, you know, people that love you, and then you sitting up here and you like, oh, uh, uh, you don't make enough money, you don't make enough, you know, I don't want to mess with you, like, you know, it's we need to step back, and with you know, with all this pandemic stuff and all this people dying all around us, we need to start looking back and getting back to loving people again. Because I think that's why Jackson then got so dangerous and everything, because don't nobody love nobody no more. It's every man for yourself, you know, and stuff is
It's how they do it. They call it self love, right? I love myself first. All right, Terry. You said like my hair. Oh, thank you, Terry. I appreciate that.
what's up, Erica? Uh-oh.
Oh,
Serious
Erica
stuff.
in the house. Erica, you better not leave us because we were calling you out last night and Stevie didn't know where you were because you tagged him
She,
and he stayed for the long haul and you disappeared. We were talking to you.
she was somewhere hiding and went out to the club or something.
Leave Erica alone. We just telling her we needed you last night, girl. Chelsea said collateral beauty. Okay, then that part. She said, "Hey, Stevie Rich." Oh, okay, there she go again. You better not tag Stevie. He come on and you disappear.
Right.
Chelsea said, "I've never experienced death close to home on many occasions. That's something that I know I have to go through, but don't know how I'll handle it."
Right.
Let me tell you one thing. If you've never experienced it, keep family close. You need them. You need them. Okay? Eric said, "Ooh, we show you right, Marcus. Killing me about money. Make it all of it. Still not happy." I can't deal with Erica. She said, "Ain't no love in the hearts of cities. Nowhere you go." Okay. She over there singing and stuff
Laugh.
and laughing. She tripping. Well,
Miss
shouts
Kimberly.
out to Miss Kimberly Belial. She's the young lady that makes Mr. Knowitall's t-shirts and apparel, pillowcases, things like that.
He done showed up.
Okay. Stevie said, "I'm here." Hi, Erica. Erica said, "I'm trying to watch my back, y'all. They trying to kill me about my Duke." Oh my goodness. We hope not. I like Erica. She crazy. Yeah, but I gave a shout out to Miss Kimberly Belial.
Okay, next
Yeah.
next
What is next? And can you really let go? A lot of times when you stuck in that situation, how can you let go immediately? I wouldn't say that you can ever let go. I can say you can get better with strength. As time go along, you can accept it more.
But that's why I say we got to be careful to play with the word love, because when you really love somebody, it's not as easy to let go.
It
That's
isn't.
that's called lust and other stuff. But when you love somebody, that's
It
different.
is so different.
And that's why I tell women, be careful to say you want these men to be head over heels in love with you.
So we say we love y'all. We got to be careful.
If a man tell you he love you, you better be careful.
If a man say he love me, I'm gonna be scared because love come with so many attachments and hooks, all that stuff. It's scary. How you say love is weird? You and Terry both.
Hey, Erica. She ready to start something.
I know, right? Hey, Miss Petty. Hello. Thank you. Tell them again. Say it with your chest. She said, and stop thinking because you got Duke Dak. That's love. It's not. They feel like they put it on you. It's good. And hey, they feel like that's love. It is not. Just like dudes feel like when you having a situation ship in your whatever ship you have, they feel like if I put it on them good and bang it and do whatever it takes to get you to that point, they feel like, oh, she good. She know I love her. No.
Oh, she said she was agreeing with me.
Okay.
Okay, she was saying hello, Mr. Knowitall. Okay.
Yeah, it's the truth. You were saying some good stuff.
So, can you really let go?
Well, I wouldn't say you can't just let go. You can understand it as things progress, as life goes on. You have to.
Mm.
Stevie said that comes with the package. It don't come with the love packages, come with the DK package.
They done say in the gym right now, but he up in this thing.
That's what's up. He's not drinking, so we good.
He getting that gym on.
That's a plus.
What do BD your birthday?
Does it mean bad or baby daddy? Tell
No,
us, Eric, what you mean.
you never know what she means.
Oh, she said BS to Stevie. He said it comes with the package. She said that's some bull crap. So
Desperate.
what comes with the package, Stevie? Explain to us and let us understand because Erica said it's some bull crap. So we're saying when you lose somebody you love, attend the rituals. You know how they have memorial services, funerals, or any other tradition, things to help you try and remember that person. Sometimes attending those things, it helps you.
Yeah.
It helps you get past what you're dealing with. It almost be like it's a little closure for yourself. So sometimes it's okay to attend those things.
Help you grieve with other people that
Yep.
love them.
It is part of grieving. How they say it's a grieving process, that it is. Stevie said the love in the package as well. Okay. People around here spreading packages without love, Stevie. They just around here spreading hot sauce.
Oh,
What you got to say about that?
he said
Ain't no packages around here talking about love.
he's spreading them good packages. Where's the beef?
See there? Clowning.
Hey, I'm just saying.
That's another part of it. Clown. Laugh about it.
Okay, next.
Honor the person who passed. Just like a lot of times, I have actually seen the extreme. One thing I cannot stand, please do not post a person in the casket. Because, for one, you don't know if the family is okay with that. It may be for your own personal aspect, but think about the family. Don't post nobody in the casket. And a lot of times, people go to Facebook and their family hadn't even been notified that the person passed.
Well, now they actually when I went to the funeral the other day, they actually say on on the you know, in the funeral thing, no pictures,
Mm-hmm.
you know, of the
Of
person.
the body,
Yeah,
yeah. And they should, because some people don't even be considerate of that. You
yeah.
know, you have to be considerate of the family as well.
And then what makes it so bad is like we live through the same things on TV. Like at first, I started seeing people doing it on TV, like leaning into the funeral thing, taking a picture with the person in the casket, like
Are
you
you
know what I'm saying. And then I
serious?
started seeing people, people was actually doing that sometimes. So I think it's crazy.
You know, I had a situation where I lost a grandson. And my grandson, rest in peace, Messiah, he was born stillborn. But there was no way, even at his funeral, that I would take a picture and post a picture of him deceased on Facebook or any social media site. You
Right.
know, I maybe express something about it or in his remembrance, but just a picture, and it wasn't even respect to my child or anything. It was just respect for myself. I wouldn't do that.
You heard Steve.
Stevie said she knows the deal. What's understood don't needs to be explained. Stevie, you so extra. Stop all that. Erica, get them together later, okay? Chelsea said, yes, that's so country as heck. Why would somebody even do that? Because people don't have remorse about what they're experiencing. They feel like I'm here. Everything that I'm involved with, I can put it on social media.
It, well, now I don't think it's the remorse. I just think people just not trained better and don't know no better. I mean,
Yeah, they don't
we
care.
we
They
don't
don't even think about it.
we don't teach children and stuff that how to act like children. We don't tell grown people how to act like grown-ups, and we don't tell grandmas and granddaddies how to act like granddaddy. You got granddaddies trying to act like teenagers. You got teenagers trying to act like grandmas.
Yeah,
You got middle-aged folk trying to act like babies. I mean, I'm just saying, everybody feel like they can do whatever they want to do, how they want to do it, and that's just not how life goes. You know what I'm saying?
it isn't.
And we got to do better. We got.
Yeah, we got to be more considerate of others and not
I
just
ain't gonna,
ourselves.
I ain't gonna even lie. When I first started going to funerals and I started seeing people wearing Jordans and stuff at the funeral,
Flip flops and shorts.
I really I done seen people come funeral with backpacks on. I
For
mean,
what?
but I was at somebody else's funeral. I mean, I haven't seen it in my family. My family a little different. They'll pull you to the side. You come out there with the BS. They'll be like, "What is you doing, player?" You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's going on. Let me tell you something. When it comes to everybody's family and how people act, it starts from the top. If grandma don't have a certain level of respect, it goes down and down and down. It get less and less on down. The people older got to start showing a little more respect about stuff, a little more grown up and stuff, and then people respect them underneath them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think I was talking to some young dudes the other day, and they was like, I mean, reason they don't respect a lot of grown ups because some of the they just started, and sometimes they have more than the grown ups. So if you 3 years out of high school and somebody 50 and they trying to tell you about some good stuff and they ain't got nothing, or they ain't what's name? I mean that shows up.
You got to show the respect to get it a lot of times. And that's the thing about it. People don't realize that.
Right.
How can you tell me about something you've never experienced? How can you encourage me to own a home, be married, and have children, and this is something you have not experienced? And people don't realize it. They feel like they have knowledge because they've gone through it or seen people around them experience it.
And you
But
know
you
what?
don't have any advice that you actually can give me from a hands-on perspective, and
And
people don't realize that.
you know what about that? And I'm glad you said it like that because that's why I'm glad I ain't, all I can do is encourage people to do what they want to do when it comes to marriage. But since I haven't been through it, I can't just speak up on it like I know how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I
right.
just speak up on the way how I feel about,
From
going in.
your perspective as a non-married man,
Right,
but if somebody been through this, they may give a little different advice.
right.
They may encourage a person on a different level.
Yeah.
And then you may encourage a person on another level. Just saying, just say for instance, if you're dealing with somebody that's married, right? So you can give advice on a man perspective from being a man, but being married to someone, that isn't advice that you can give because you haven't been through that.
Right.
So you just on the outside looking in. So yeah, I agree. I understand.
Now, only thing I will give sometime is the respect part of it. Like, the respect part of somebody respecting you in a certain kind of way. Now, I will, I think some things morally you can give advice on. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like if somebody married and they getting their head beat in, you can say, "Hey, player, that is not
That
right."
that is not normal.
Right.
Like I just said, like from a man perspective, you can give advice, but not pertaining to marriage and how to deal with the things like that. So yeah, I understand. William said, I lost my great grandmother in 2017 and I'm still grieving about it. Sometimes it takes a long time to get past things like that. People that you love. How can you just easily get past it? You can understand and accept it as time goes on. But a lot of times, you grieve. My mother passed in 1996 and still to 2022. I still grieve her often.
And I think because of that, like, a lot of us was raised by our grandmamas and
Yeah, it's just like a mother.
yeah. And the bigger thing is one thing about grandmas, old school grandma, it's like they kept the family together. And I think that's why families today is coming down because like you got the youngsters that ain't even grandmas that now they put in the place where they have to be the grandmas because grandmas can't even be grandmas no more. I mean, like, there's no granddaddies. It's not a foundation of a house breaking on down. You know what I'm saying? There's less marriages. It's more individuals. It's kind of different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it ain't
Life is
getting
so different.
it ain't getting much better.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay.
Erica said, grown folks trying to raise each other kids raising themselves. Like they're all growing together.
Hmm.
So I feel you.
I agree with that one.
Chelsea said, like even if a person is alive, you wouldn't take a picture with them while they laying down.
Yeah, like they knocked out.
Right.
You know what I'm
Well, unless you're trying to catch Tyrone when he with Susie, he's not with you. It's evil people that does things like that.
So you calling them evil? I just say they're normal brothers.
No, they just being evil. They being petty and they trying to catch somebody up in something. William said, my mama showed me how to lie. She had me telling people she not home and she laying on the couch. Oh Lord, I've never experienced that. I used to tell my mom to tell people when they call me, I'm not home. She was like, she says she's not at home. I'm like, Mom, that's not what I said.
Um, My mom taught me some little fibs too, so I'm gonna stop it. I ain't gonna call her out. She might be watching.
My mom, I used to try
I'm
and
just
say
gonna
I'm
say,
not home. My mom get on
I'm
the
just gonna
phone
say,
and
I'm
say
just gonna,
she's not at
I'm just
home.
gonna say, Ma, you remember when the insurance man came by?
She didn't want to deal with him.
You know, they asked questions and then you know what I'm saying? And she was like,
That's what you call the little white
and
lies.
then I was
It wasn't
like,
intentional.
yeah, you do. And then she was like, shut up, boy.
That's like taking children to the buffet and you say, he's such age, and then he'd be like, no, I'm not. I'm this age. Stevie said, you're excellent, right?
I'm just saying.
Y'all silly. Presence can be comforting. You know, a lot of times you're like, oh, I don't want to go to this wake. I don't want to go to this funeral. But just from somebody seeing you there and supporting the family, it's comforting. It can be a friend. It doesn't have to be just your family. Or they was like, oh, I know Bella showed up. That made me feel good. Thank you, Bella. We appreciate your support.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
I done did that. A lot of my people, they was, a lot of people. If I got time, but see, one thing about it, I don't have a normal job like other people, because I think like some people can, if it ain't your immediate family, your job won't even let you off on certain stuff like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So, if
But when you blessed to have those type of jobs when you can take off or anything like that, or it's a plus. So cherish those things.
you hear her,
Let us see it.
she says she hates him.
Okay, let me show it. Chelsea said, I hate funerals. Feel like I'm getting jinxed. Oh my goodness. What is jinx from a funeral? But I can understand certain people feel a certain type of way.
Well, I ain't never said I feel like I'm getting jinxed. I have felt like at one time, but that was back in the day. The back in the day a little bit when I felt like how you feel like I went to so many funerals. That's when Jackson was wild. Gang,
Wilder than now?
yeah, gang banging and everything. You couldn't even go to certain neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting to the point back like that now. Like, I mean, a lot of places you scared to go and scared to move because people just don't care. I mean, just don't care at all. I mean, if you go, you catch somebody talking about some West Side and this and that and Capitol Street, and everybody got their own kind of cliques here, there, this neighborhood, that. And if they don't know you over there, and the worst part about it, you can go someplace and not be known and be safe. And you go somewhere and they know you and you unsafe. That's crazy, ain't it? You feel what I'm saying?
That's called a love life.
It's like sometimes they don't mess with the people they know, but you, the enemy, a person that they actually know, and this and that. Oh, that's what's name. I'm gonna do something to him. You never know what's
That's a personal endeavor. They may have something personal against
I'm
you.
gonna tell you, sometimes people just hate, because they know you. They might know because you getting money. You remember, just like a lot of these people that got killed just on IG, showing off their money. Somebody showing up, don't know them, Just no them, and just because they know their location, they go shoot. They got Dracos and everything. They going around there trying to check.
Man, these little things that makes Glocks and little 25s and 38s look little compared to the guns they carry now.
Yeah.
You gotta carry big guns.
Nah, you just
You around here
know how
reminiscing.
to shoot it. That's it.
William reminiscing Chelsea. He said, "You remember when we was at church and T Vera told me to do something, but I turned around like I didn't hear her. Then she smacked me in front of everybody. Well, we know you won't do that anymore."
If somebody tell me to do something, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna do it and just slide to the other side of the church.
Well, he wasn't thinking like that. He thought ignoring her would be the factor, and she got him right together. Will said, "That's why I stay out the way and keep my Glock in arm reach."
You know,
They got big guns, bigger than Glocks these days.
but I mean,
But I understand what you're
yeah,
saying.
I mean, it's like this here. What he thinking is just how I think sometimes, out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Sometimes it's better just go to work and go home and stay out the way because folks so petty. I see why we ain't got nowhere to shop. We ain't got nowhere to no playgrounds, no skate ring. And then you know what makes it so bad?
No recreation at
You, you
all
know,
in
you
Jackson.
know
Not
what?
even a mall.
You know what?
There's
You
not
know
even a mall in the city of Jackson.
no, but
That's
let me tell
terrible.
you, let me tell you the biggest problem though. The biggest problem is we sitting up here acting like we don't know why. We don't have nothing. We can't even take care of the Girl Scouts club. We can't even pick up paper off in our yard. I mean, we ain't teaching the kids nothing to do like people did back in the day. You ain't even teaching your children to clean up their room. But then you finna sit up here and say, we need to bring stuff to Jackson so y'all can fuck it up. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real.
Hey, it is what
You
it
know what I'm
is.
saying?
It
People
is
think
what it
people
is.
think like everybody is dying to bring something to your dangerous ass neighborhood. I
But
mean, think
listen,
about this.
let me give you a prime example. My auntie live in Jackson, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she got these new neighbors that live by her,
Uh-huh.
and they have all this paper, like paper plates and tin pans, like they always have gatherings. So they have all this paper in the yard, and she told them, "Look, hey, this is not how I live." She was like, "This paper that you're putting out here, you're gonna have to put it in the trash." Turn around, they start picking up the paper, but they had a dog in the backyard that they were not feeding. They eventually take some food out there to feed the dog, but the dog was out there and froze to death. The dog had been sitting out there like 2 or 3 days. And she been watching. She was like, "This dog has not moved. I'm concerned. They are not feeding the dog, not taking care of the dog." So
And
she go knock on the door. "Hey, I think your dog is dead in the backyard."
you know what you should have did? You know what you should
Y'all,
have did?
humane
Right.
society.
She should have called them and they would have came back there and seen the dog was dead.
Right.
I
And
would
that's the
have
thing. I told her if they get another dog, do that part because that dog was gone. And they coming out the door just boo-hooing, "Oh, my dog, my dog." She said they just took the dog, put it in a trash bag, and put it on the side of the street.
Mm-mm.
This is Jackson.
Don't forget to like and share. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Chelsea says she smacked me plenty of times. Have y'all watched the movie called Collateral Beauty, starring Will Smith? I haven't.
I think
Maybe I need to make a note of that.
I,
Collateral Beauty.
I probably have and didn't put
I'm
no.
sure you watch so much TV, dude.
That's just me.
Will said, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna stay on the topic. It's okay. We can divert a little. Chelsea said, "That's how Pop Smoke died. They saw his location on a package and pulled up super sad." Oh, wow. Let's catch up.
I'm gonna tell you another thing that people do that they mess up at. You know how people take pictures in front of their house and things?
Oh yeah, your address is
Their
shown.
address, the cars in
Street
your
names,
yard.
how it
They gonna take
looked.
cars in your name, and then to tell them I'm from such and such street, you know, and all that. You don't understand that you might think you bad, but you also inviting somebody who might be badder that's coming to you. You know what I'm saying?
And handle business.
Like let me tell you something. Elephants used to be the most dominant animal on the planet, hands down, land animal. You know what? You know what happened that made them not such a dominant animal? Somebody came out with the elephant gun. So what I'm trying to tell you, it don't matter how bad you feel like you are. It's a gun made for your ass too. And I'm just keeping it real. Everybody always talking about how bad they
Well,
is.
she was talking about Pop Smoke. Was that a rapper?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Okay.
is.
William said I got to PT, home to shower, back at work, back at home, to the gym and back home. Okay.
Oh, he ready.
Okay.
Ready.
Chelsea said exactly. They tear down everything. My mom taught us from a young age not to even throw trash out the car. Simply things like that can help upkeep the area, and that's true.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. People don't understand. We sit up there and say we want all this stuff to come to Jackson. Why? I mean, why when you having shootouts downtown today? Literally downtown, jokers doing drive-bys.
And
Down,
put everybody on
I'm
lockdown.
just saying, like we
Don't
sit up
even
there,
know.
we sit up here and act like it's okay. People don't even go. We don't even go to the zoo. We don't even support the zoo. We keep talking about we don't have nothing to do. It's
It's
$2.
on Capitol Street with you.
$2. It's $2 and $3 to get in the zoo. It might be higher now because I think they went up exponentially.
It does not matter. I would
But I mean,
send them a donation every year, but I will not be present.
like you ain't going on
You
Capitol,
need to relocate.
man. But I mean, this is what I'm saying. You saying that you want people to go places, but you don't even have enough police presence right there by the zoo. Because right there at the zoo, them two gas stations right close to the zoo is where half of the shootouts in Jackson happen. So you gonna tell me you want people to come to the zoo that is not even a fourth of a mile from the gas stations that have shootouts? Okay, and then people be talking about they want people to come to Jackson and then they won't even clean up their front yard, but they want somebody to bring something to Jackson. Why? Why? Have you rode around Jackson lately? Have you rode around Jackson lately and watched all the abandoned houses?
Have you been up Capitol Street and just saw the street?
Right, you can't even get to some of these streets. That bridge that go under the train track been raggedy forever. Won't we get a building fund just for that little scoop that going down off Capitol on Monument Street, just going under there? The little loop.
Oh yeah, the one that you love and people be
they done
talking
redid
about.
every street around there, but that little old bitty piece of street. It been flooding into everything. They need to close that, put a whole new bridge, everything. But they ain't gonna do it.
But
They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it.
It isn't enough complaint. It's not like they don't have the funding to do it. They just won't do it.
We literally got streets everywhere that's blocked off with trees, and they want people to bring some here. I mean, blocked out with trees because they don't want nobody going down this street because people either dumping or leaving bodies down the street. Come on, man.
Don't
These
don't
folks,
leave that option for people to do
these
those
folks
things.
something else, and they think people supposed to bring stuff to Jackson.
But they can't get anything together in Jackson because the city and the county, they are all fighting each other. They have personal endeavors against each
Right,
other,
they
so they can't
fighting.
even make a good
They talking
decision
about
on
bringing
nothing.
something to the city, and the council members up there WWE wrestling,
Right.
fighting.
Pushing chairs on people and
Everybody,
the sheriff have to sit in the whole meeting. Why?
everybody going against each other. You got. I'm talking about. Have you ever seen a live when the city councilman start going and you read the comments of the people commenting? Do that sound like people who have think their leadership is good?
Leadership is terrible for the Hines County, for the city of Jackson. Both are terrible. These are people that are expressing their emotions for no reason. They're not thinking about the people. They're thinking about
Let me tell you,
themselves, how they feel and how they want it to operate.
and let me tell you one other thing about that. People always want instant gratification. Like even when the mayor got in there, they thought he was gonna fix old Poe Jackson. Like
In 6 months.
like 6 months. And then he not a good mayor. He ain't did this, he ain't did. Y'all want everything fixed, but I was riding down Robinson Road today. They just put a brand new street down Robinson Road, and they already got holes in that thing where you had to dodge barrels going down Robinson Street already. And they
Really?
just finished that road like last summer.
Because they using that cheap pavement. They just putting
Man,
over potholes.
they ain't fixing the pipes under it first. First, you got to
No,
fix
they
the
not. You
under
have to do the whole thing to make it last for a long time. They already said that the city of Jackson is sitting over a sinkhole of water.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You buy a tie, right? Right?
Right?
You done had a tie for a while. Your tie done wore down, right?
Right.
Okay. Instead of getting it fixed right, you just keep putting a plug in. Ain't you gonna keep getting good? You gonna keep going on flat because your tires ball
Until it bursts open.
and all that. Yeah, till it blow off the chain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Jackson is right now. We just a ball tie that they just putting patches on, and they putting patches on the inside of the tie, and the outside of the tie still look ugly. They steady putting patches, steady putting plugs, fixing stuff little by little, and it ain't doing nothing. That's
Nothing.
what's happening right now because we so busy wanting a quick fix that we won't do it right. We won't do Jackson right.
Isn't that true?
I haven't seen one street in Jackson that they took it and they took that street and they revamped all the pipes going under there, the sewer pipes and everything.
Well, they can't even manage the water pipes for running water. Don't you see in South Jackson
Yeah,
schools they
man,
are
they blow.
bursting
I'm talking
because
about
the water pressure is low?
because ain't nobody. I mean, ain't nobody really taking care of Jackson.
No, they're
They
patching
patch,
Jackson.
they
They're
patching it up.
patching Jackson.
Putting a
That's what's
band-aid.
happening.
You putting a band-aid on a big cut.
Right. And
That
it's
shouldn't happen.
still leaking and needs some Neosporin and clean and everything.
They need stitches and everything. We need to stitch
Right. They
it up,
just putting a patch.
all that
Let
stuff.
me
And
stop
let it
this
heal.
bleeding for now.
Let it heal before you put a little band-aid on.
Hey, Mr. Bailey.
What up, Michael Bailey in his house?
Okay. Chelsea said the movie's about the beauty and death. His daughter passed away from a rare disease and he couldn't process it. He shut down for 2 to 3 years and couldn't even say his daughter's name. Oh, wow. We got to check that out. Collateral Beauty.
That's a good one, yeah.
Okay, J Dot. Hello. Travis said, "Last my butt off. They be having blues shows at the zoo." Yes, they have blues shows at the zoo every year,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
I mean,
Is it for Mother's Day or is that for Father's
I
Day?
don't think they did it this last couple years because of the pandemic.
Well, I think the first year they did, they just probably didn't do it last year.
Yeah,
Or
that That's just to pay the taxes. Man, I'm talking about we ain't even got lines at our zoo. We ain't even got lines.
We don't
How
have
you got a zoo?
elephants. Oh well, no. The last time I went, they did have an
How
elephant,
you
a
got?
elephant.
But he old broke down that elephant like he on a diet.
That's because that's the baby from Africa.
They put him on a diet. They put him on a
No,
diet.
that's the baby probably from Memphis.
Right. We can't have. I'm telling you now, they want everything. We can't even have good. How you say good blues shows. I mean, that's the only thing that people won't shoot up is a blues show because they scared their mama gonna be there. I'm just saying.
You remember that year that they tried to have a blues show, or they tried at the Battlefield Park because they was trying to see if they would be able to relocate.
Is that do they have giraffes? I don't even know no more. I ain't been to the zoo in about a couple years now. I'm telling you, I know they ain't got no lions because I went there and they didn't have no lions, so I had to go all the way up to Memphis to see a lion at a zoo. I'm a Leo. I at least want to go
So
to the
you didn't
zoo
want to go in there
see a lion.
way to Memphis? Well, that's not too far, you know.
And guess what they did?
Trip.
Look. I understand they're trying to make the apes a better, the chimpanzees a better home and all that, but they so far away. I mean, hell, they can hide. You can walk through the little nature trail and don't even see them.
How they say it's sad, but it's so.
It just sad. I don't know.
Just said it's not funny, but all you can do is laugh, like for
Yeah.
real. And that's true.
I mean, and that's what everybody doing.
This is the capital of what?
This is what everybody doing
Your
to
state.
Jackson right now. They sitting back laughing at us because we're a joke. We act like we deserve stuff, but we can't even control our kids. Okay, what kid these days that can you can't even take kids in stores and they acting up and this and that. I mean, there's drive-bys, there's all this stuff going on. Midday, this everywhere. This everywhere. People is listen. These last week is the first time I actually seen so much police present out here. But what happened to the narcs? What happened to the jump out boys? We got to get them boys back because they were jumping out on me back in the day. They didn't jump out on these youngsters. They got Dracos. They ain't jumping.
That's why they not jumping out. They got bigger guns now, and they don't care nothing about the popo, honey. At least y'all respect them enough to run back in the day. Right now, they was like, "Oh, we ain't running."
But guess what? Guess what? See, these days, if they run, it's a felony. So, I mean, back then when we ran, it wasn't no felony. They done got laws for running and everything. And guess what? These boys steady running. They driving 1,000 miles per hour on a 35 mile per hour road.
And don't care nothing about it.
I seen
don't care nothing about
driving through a neighborhood, 25 mile per hour neighborhood. Man was turning off the street on 2 wheels. The man was going just that fast. He was bumping up and down that thing. You know what I'm saying? And then went to the edge of the street with a stop sign there. It just took off up in. I mean, they don't even. I'm talking about. You can't make this up how disrespectful people is with stoplights and everything. We need the narcotics. We need, you know what they need to do? They need to take nothing but unmarked cars from every city around us and just ride through Jackson. Oh, they'll have a field day. They'll have a field day. We ain't never seen this much crime in one day happening. They could pick up half of the Jackson in one day. They just wouldn't have nowhere to put them. They could pick up. He said, hell, they moved to patrol Madison, Clinton, Florida. Oh, but people don't realize just last week they introduced a new bill that Clinton, Madison, Florida, all these what's name?
Even Rankin County,
Right, finna start helping Jackson. So
Happen Jackson,
y'all look out now. While y'all sit up there still
with
wild
this
and out,
Tonti insurance, y'all
think
better
of
get
that.
it right,
Oh yeah,
right,
they gonna
right,
be
right,
here.
not
They gonna
dirty,
be here in a minute. They finalizing stuff right now.
right now.
Flowwood police gonna be in y'all area, ready
Mhm.
to arrest
With
y'all.
no problem. You
I'm
can't
telling
say
you, man.
nothing about that district.
Tell you can't tell by oh you Flowwood police. Oh
Uh-huh.
no.
They
Oh
don't care, baby.
yeah.
They about
They
to
gonna
do
be
the
in this
thing.
thing. They gonna be in this thing. They finalizing that thing now. All you gotta do is look it up. I forgot what it was. I remember sending it to you.
It's on the news stations.
Yeah,
Every station that's
it's like
locally.
some
It's like
NRA or
it's
something.
called some type of task force for
Yeah,
Hines
some kind
County, Jackson,
of
Hines
task
County.
force. Yeah, Jackson done got out of hand. I think what it was is I think the pandemic and police just stopped really patrolling at one time with all the
They don't have anybody working. There are so many officers that are leaving the city of Jackson because they get their recruitment to be certified as an officer, and they take that paper and run to another state for better pay because they're not paying enough.
yeah, just like teachers. Teachers get their good degrees here.
Just like
Then they
nurses,
kick out.
there are no nurses left in Mississippi. UMC is
There's
they're
no
one
money
of
left.
them.
Look, there's no money left in Mississippi. That's why it's
No, there is money, but that is not something that they're planning to put
not
it
money for
into
us.
the nurses' income.
You hear me? Not money for us, money for the
Right,
politicians and all that. You see the
right.
governor, he be talking about they gonna delegate the millions out how they want to get to certain companies. They still ain't gave us nothing back. It just sad. It
It
just
is. Justin has got out of hand. Oh, yeah, they really have.
like a
It's time for a change. That's awesome. She's talking about the new task
yeah.
force thing.
They supposed to be getting this task force together. It's already together. They getting together. They
They
finalized.
just getting the funds to take care of those that come to Jackson to assist.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and keep on with all that. And y'all gonna look up and you're gonna start seeing flow police cars and all
Right,
these
pulling you over unmarked. You know, Pearl got the best unmarked cars. You'll think that's your homeboy coming up with them rims, and that's Pearl PD pulling up on you.
Rhonda, you might be late, but better late than never.
Then never.
That's a
Thanks for
straight
joining.
up. I remember being late for work, and you know what I'm saying. And I said, but if I don't come in, I'm gonna mess around and get fat. So it's better to be late than not. See, some people
Then
say,
never.
"Oh,
You
I'm
don't
late."
want to get fired.
They don't even get out the bed. They already know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look what Chess said, and I feel on that.
Chelsea said it's sad because I watched Jackson deteriorate. Jackson used to be the city where people travel to for a mall, for concerts, and everything. Fast forward, people dodge Jackson now.
Yeah,
They don't even
people go
come to
all
Jackson.
the way. Listen,
They traveling 25. They stop in Flowood and back home they go.
and guess what highway they ride on? They go 220 and 55 all the way around this thing. They don't go nowhere in the city. I done seen people literally get out on the wrong exit and realize they were on Ellis or something and say, just point me back to the highway. Can you just tell me how to get back to the highway? They want to get hell up out of Jackson.
Do you blame them?
Black Queen in his house.
Hola.
Don't forget to like and share. Uh-oh, there go the next one. It's done now.
Let your emotions be expressed and released. For those that are joining late, we are talking on the subject of Let me see what it is. I got a little sidetrack. How losing someone you love changes you.
Yeah, we all got a little sidetrack. We be all over everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
So, how losing someone changes you. So, that's what we're discussing. So, the next topic that we are talking about at this moment, for those that has come in just now, let your emotions be expressed and released. So, when you're going through something,
I think that release mean crying, right?
no, that is not the only way. Then we just talk about how the dude from Friday, he didn't, oh, well, he did cry. He was punching the air.
See how you did? I'll wait too. I'll
He was
wait.
punching the air, but he did release tears. But if
Right.
that's what it takes, then do that. But if that's not what it takes, then you don't have to.
Well, I think
Don't take that we're saying that a man cried, that is something weak.
no.
Everybody is
I didn't say that.
entitled to a little soft spot or weak spot, but it doesn't have to be called out all the time. And that's not what we're doing right now. We're just saying even your release may not be tears. It may be sitting and talking to somebody. You can go and express yourself like how men do. A lot of men, they go to the shop and talk like women go to the shop and talk. But a lot of times your conversations may be different. But hey, if that's your spot to go and discuss your situation, then you do that. So it doesn't always mean tears or sorrow. You can have a conversation with somebody. That's a sign of release too. You can go and see your therapist, and that's a sign of release. So we're not just saying because you cry, you release. A lot of times you can cry and you can still have that whole problem instilled and built within you. You have not released the issue. So we're not calling out tears for release. That is not what we're saying right now. Rhonda said people used to come to the city on the weekend to shop and stuff. People are scared to even come to Jackson now. People are even scared that live in Jackson to go to the store now. They go to other cities to shop.
I mean, people don't stay in Jackson. I mean, I watch people that they move to Clinton, Bam, and then you know what makes so bad? They moving out there now. The
Out
criminals
where?
out there. They out there. They just look quiet. They
Out
out
where?
there. And Bam and
Oh,
places like that. They out there now.
you see, they brought a little crime to Clinton, some little murders and stuff. You know, yeah.
Listen, it ain't
They
gonna
try, but
it
Clinton,
ain't
they
gonna
like Pearl. They like, oh, we not
stop.
doing this.
You know why? Because if they mama move out there, you got them too.
Send their whole family away.
I'm telling you that.
Bye, Pookie and your mama.
I'm telling you. Now I feel with you on that. That's my stress.
William said the gym is my stress and frustration relief. And you know what? When I walk, it actually relieves stress. When I'm able to walk, you know, the weather will change on the outside. So you have to go into the gym to walk. But when the summertime is around and I'm able to walk out in the sun and just walk, it is such a stress reliever. It helps. It's a mental break. So I agree with you. Rhonda said Pearl be having a lot of stuff going on too. They just be hush hush with it.
Man, that's everybody be hush hush with it. There's a lot of stuff going in Madison. There's a lot of stuff going on. And you know what they do? They say, don't tell nobody.
Don't be putting no salt on us.
They be like, don't be coming with no folks in Jackson. Cause
They go and beat your tail and
back.
like get back to Jackson. Don't come over here messing up our stuff.
We ain't gonna invite you back. You bring somebody from Jackson. It's your last time coming here. You bring somebody from Jackson.
Right.
If he got Hines County tags, they don't want you there.
And don't.
We got to call them out because I'm not finna sit up here and play like they putting Jackson on blast though. Yeah. I mean, we need to be on blast. I mean, we done got too bad. I was thinking today, I was like, man, we becoming a little Detroit.
Or Chi-Town.
We just Chi-Town on the crime. We're a little Detroit with the abandoned buildings and all the industrials closing around here. Remember, Petco or what that was around.
GNO.
No, GNO too, but what that Pets? It was something that's cross street from old Salvation Army over there, off State Street over there. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
that place
Um,
there closed
they
down.
used to make the black. Um, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Yeah, I think it may have been Petco. It was something with the P.
she said thrift co. It
Thriftco?
seems so
No,
like pits.
no. It was a industrial
Yeah.
place.
And then the battery place left too. Remember, it was a battery place right there by across from Crossroads by the train tracks.
A
Like
battery place by.
yeah, when you go down and you go around going to that church, it was a battery place to the right. They used to have cars and people used to
I
park.
thought that was part of GNO.
Well, that might be Jen.
Oh,
Look
okay.
at Mama. So sexy, pit smart. She ought to be shy. Ain't no pit smart been in. Look, pit smart still there. That's the only thing they got over there. Pit smart and
You know what is the black? Is it black made? What is the?
Yep.
It's called Black something. That company where you're talking about, that's by the Salvation Army. They used to make those type of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was called pit.
Because huh?
It was like Pisco, Cisco,
It may be Petco.
Petco, Cisco, some co. It was some over there. Then they had they even had by the Salvation Army. You remember they had the other little place that sold little stuff right there besides Salvation Army.
On the same area.
Same
Presto.
Presto. There it is.
Because that's the
There you
street.
go.
It's on Presto's
Right,
name.
right.
Presto. You
And
know,
see,
they used to make those little fried daddies
the
and
other
stuff
place you
like
talking
that.
about, what that you down there? Do they still got that place down there?
You know,
Across,
that's an aviation
across from
place.
the 100 Men Club. That
Yeah,
place,
that's an aviation place.
yeah, that place still there.
Yeah, it's
They
still
used to
there.
make something else though. They used to make
It
parts.
always been an aviation. They just have different companies that overtakes it.
Yeah, but I'm saying they used to make parts and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
parts for
I
aviation.
remember
Just
they
like
used to make parts for GM. GM, remember when GM was down there by Clinton? Remember GMC? I mean, is that GM?
GNO. Was it GNO?
No, it was what GM company. The GM company, remember?
I know because my niece's husband, he retired from there.
Right. And then they closed that down in Clinton.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I can't recall the name, but I know what you're talking about.
Now,
but I thought those two places
I'm
were
not
the
talking about the
same.
100 Black Men Club. I was talking about the one across the street from it. It's like
right. It's aviation because at one point I was working with Raytheon, and they're still there, but it's a different name now, and it's in Gluckstadt. And at that time, Gluckstadt was handling that facility. They're all like an aviation place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's still warehouse, but it was good money for people in Jackson. Yeah, Rhonda said the 100 Black Men, they're still there. They probably just haven't been able to do much because maybe the pandemic or whatever, but I wonder, do they still look after little boys that have issues? You know, they used to do things like that, like be a mentor to the young.
Okay.
Crying is not always an option because of the impact made on your life.
You just talked about that.
Well, it's not the only option of release. That's what we just talked about.
Okay, get with that next one then.
Okay. Don't allow anyone to tell you how to feel or get over your grief. That's true. They were like, oh, you got to suck it up like a man. You can't be crying around here. You got to do this. It happened such and such time. You good, but you can't let nobody tell you, hey, I've grieved this long and it should be over with, because nobody know how your grief extends.
Well, I think they mean like the kind of grief when somebody tell you like that. I think they talk about the kind of grief that'll make your life come to a halt. Like when you quit a job and stuff like that, and what I'm saying. Like
And
some
then maybe it turning into some type of depression. You have
right,
to realize
right,
that you can't let grief overtake you to another level of depression.
right,
And it won't be grief anymore. You'll be sitting yourself into a state of depression.
right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, we agree on something. Mark that check.
Yeah, we got to check that. We
Right.
trying to agree with something.
If you don't stop it, you gotta be so extra, Mr.
Wait,
Petty. Mm-hmm.
there
Hell
goes
no.
something new.
It says, when someone you really love, it does change your life forever. Yeah, because that is like an exit plan for your life. They're not there anymore. So just say, for instance, this is somebody you participated in their lives. They were there almost daily, if not often enough for you to remember. So when they're not there anymore, yeah.
Da, da, da. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I had to edit that thing.
You okay?
I had to edit it. You see it now? Read it
When
again.
someone passed you really love, it does change your life forever.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that one was wrote a little fast.
I don't even recall what you said, what it was at first.
Oh, you didn't?
Nope.
Okay. Well, you must be out of it. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
You're such a petty A.
Come on with it.
Death can make you angry, bitter, but you can get through it. Okay. What you say about that?
Um,
Maybe if we said
I don't think
relationship, you'll probably say okay. But death,
I
do
don't
death make you angry or bitter?
I don't I don't think death can make you angry. I think when it comes to making you, I think the results of somebody there is according on how you built. And I think somebody not being able to handle something, it would make you angry. You know what I'm saying? Because I say this, like I remember sometimes back in the day, like say your partner say, "Hey man, I want to go out," and you be like, "Man, I don't want to go out." Whoop de whoop de whoop, and then he go out without you, and he die, and you saying, "No," I'm saying you saying if I was with him,
It probably wouldn't have happened.
probably wouldn't have happened. See,
Yeah.
that's the type of stuff that go through your mind. It's stuff like that. I done woke up and the partner gone, and you don't understand what happened. I just talked to him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I supposed to been around him.
I get
You
that
know,
point.
yeah.
I,
And, you
I
know,
have a I actually have a niece and she's battling something, and there has been so many times she has been inviting me over and things has been transpiring where I wasn't able to make it.
mhm,
So I really need to make my way, because if anything happened to her before I make it there, I will feel terribly bad. So yes, I do understand what you're saying. So I gotta be strong and make this happen.
yeah,
Mike said, "What's the show subject?" The show subject is how losing someone you love changes you. So somebody you love, they're gone forever, ever. How does it change you, Mike? How does it affect you as a person? So that's what we're here discussing tonight. Okay. When you can relate death, don't seek sadness. Things like songs, videos, downtime. Seek why you love that person. So think more of the high note, like what impact this person made on my life, or look for some type of growth that you can gather from it. Not always sadness because they're gone. I remember the good times, like me, my sister. I remember all of our good times, a lot of good times we had, and they were so life living. Even my parents, I remember the good things they taught me, you know. Even before I even knew I was about to be an adult, I was still around here being a little kid.
okay. And I'm gonna tell you, breaking news right now. Somebody's shot by near Fondren Park, and they sitting up there talking about bringing something to Jackson.
Somebody shot now?
Yeah, just got shot near Fondren Park.
Oh wow.
Yep. So
That's terrible. And that's on the
breaking news
yeah,
right
yeah.
now. Child
That's
33.
terrible.
And I'm just saying, like we got to understand it just a lot going on. I don't know how. I don't even know how Jackson is still here.
Oh my goodness. Because people still live in the city. That's how they're still here. Don't you see everybody has left people in Jackson? Don't too many people live in Jackson?
It's like I remember back in the day when I was getting my mama out of Jackson. I was like, Mom, you gotta go. You gotta go now. This is a job for your son. You gotta go. Leave her. Leave her now. Because I seen it getting bad, man. And I'm gonna tell you, man, you don't want a city ain't for, you know, older people these days. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like the city getting so raw is not for older people around here because kids are so, kind of disrespectful. I mean, they I remember when he was coming up and people were bumping their music, this and that. These folk don't even realize I don't play my music loud like I used to because there's too many bullets flying all over the place. I want to hear when the shooting start. I
Okay.
mean, it's shoot, man. It's somebody shooting in Jackson every day,
All the time, easily.
every day. This is sad. This is just sad.
Chelsea said, "Do you believe the people you love come back in forms of other people or animals?
I used to think that all the time.
Do you believe in reincarnation?"
Yeah, I think I've been here before, back in the day, and like way back, in the caveman and Uncle Day, and I think they left a couple of I still got a couple of that old ancestral blood still in me That make
Mhm.
me like, that's why I be saying, like everybody be talking about, oh, we got to change and this and that. How can you change and you still got ancestral blood in you? You are what you are. You can't take a lion and tame him and make him a house dog. You can't do it. You are what you are.
You're gonna have a super big house lion. That's what you're gonna have. He's not gonna change. He may eat you if he decide to.
I'm just saying.
Oh Lord, Dwayne said, if you married and spent 20 years with the person, shit, they dead to you and they walk around every day. You got to readjust like they a zombie.
And you know what? And that's bad to think about because it's people living like that right now. It's people that
So,
have been
so
together
sad.
30 years in the same
But
house.
you know what? That's the thing about it. When you start counting the years, oh, I've been with this person this many years, but you don't think about the progress made, if the love is even there, if you even care about this person, you probably don't even like them anymore. But you around here counting the years. We've been together this long, and people are so into the number of years you've been together or spending time together and not realizing that your relationship or whatever fell 10, 15 years ago, but y'all been together 30 years and you just happen to announce that part. You got to get out of that.
I was talking to my partner today, and he was telling me how his wife just she said, if you're not happy, we can go and get a divorce. And they like, okay. I mean, it just that simple, you know? And I
Just
mean,
like that.
like,
Not if you're saying like, is there anything that we can do to make our relationship grow or be better? But you rather opt out and say, let's get a divorce. Oh yeah, somebody already got their eyes on the next prize.
right. I think
How they say you growing apart, literally.
like I think
That's
I
what
think
that is.
I think I'm gonna tell you this. I think if you've been with a person 18, 20 years and you don't like them by then, you should go. Y'all should
Ain't no
go.
liking in there, honey. You should been gone. You should have been gone. Shoot, 2 years. If you realize I don't like this person, every time I'm in
But
their presence, I'm
but
so
you
disgusted.
know what?
Why?
I think people are not appreciative of other people, and I think that's the problem. I think there's a lot of men out here sometimes feel like they under appreciated. You know, they get out here, they make their money, and they do they do what they do to put their family first and stuff like that, and then they feel like it's never enough. You know what I'm saying? And if you keep on thinking like it's never good enough, it's the same thing what I was saying, yesterday about somebody, you know, uh telling a person you want them to change or you want them to be something different. If a man a hustler or whatever he is and he making money, he go out and he get money, he do his thing, this and that, and then all of a sudden you want him to change and be somebody different, he ain't gonna be the man you liked anymore.
And will not be.
You feel what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
gonna be a shell of himself, and everywhere
He
you
gonna put on that fake persona.
everywhere you
He's
change,
willing to try and do that so you can shut up about it and they do that
everything you
fake stuff.
look, everything you changed about him, he gonna hate you for it. So be careful when you want somebody to change and you decide that you want to stay with them after you trying to make them change. Smart watches.
Mike said, I still deal with my father's death even now. It still hurts this subject. I have no jokes or comments for it. Like I said, Mike, my mother been passed since 1996. My father since 2000. And those subjects are still touchy to me. And then to lose my sister in 2020, these things are touchy to me. I'm still grieving over it, but it has not consumed me to a fact where I can't continue to live my life. But I understand you. And I just pray, just like with myself, that we continue to gather strength as we move forward, with all these situations of life griefs from the death of someone we really love.
Because we got to understand this is the reality of life.
Yeah, if there's an A, there's a B.
Yeah.
Everybody got to go through this point. You've had somebody in your life that's been special, whether a friend or whatever, that's gone, and you wish things could be different, but it wasn't in God's plan. So, we just have to encourage each other to just hang on and just, like understand it better as we go. Chelsea said, remember that year they killed that preacher on Lynch Street? And after that, they killed that pregnant lady. I was too done. Won't catch me slipping. Oh, shoot.
I'm trying to think what preacher on that street. You remember that?
I don't. It doesn't ring a bell for me. Nor a pregnant lady. Well, we had a pregnant lady just this year that was killed. So,
It been a couple.
it's like life repeating itself. So I can't even
It
say
been a
about
couple
that.
of them this year. Been a couple. Well, last year it was a couple of them last year.
No, it was a lady this year that was killed on the 7th, the
No, I know that, but
Wednesday.
I'm saying there was a couple of pregnant
Pregnant ladies.
killed last year.
That's terrible.
Mhm.
That's so sad. But hey, my condolences to the family members. Dwayne said, it's the money. Speak better days for your loss. Remember the good times. And that's the same thing I was just saying to Mike. Just speak better days. I understand they're gone. I remember me and my mother did this, or me and my father did this, and these are the plus.
I guess that's the whole thing with people bringing, visiting the grave, bringing
Yep.
up flowers,
Yep.
cleaning off the grave,
Uh-huh.
keeping it
Your sign of respect.
because I
Your
heard
sign of
somebody
respect.
say one time, like, like my mom asked me, she said she want to be cremated, right? But other, I heard somebody else said they mama told them they want to be cremated, but they said I ain't gonna cremate them. I'm gonna give them a funeral and a burial because it's not for them, it's for me to, to visit or whatever. They do
Right.
it
Right.
selfishly, but to me, I'm the type of person I have to respect the person's wishes though. You understand what I'm saying? Because I think my mama kind of was like, cremate her and then pull her in the ocean, or like that. There, it, I got to respect somebody's wishes. Sometimes we live into our own wish. Everybody got a different dream. Just imagine if you wanted something to go a certain kind of way and you planned it. You know how people plan out their own film,
Right.
and you wanted to go a certain way, and somebody knowing you wanted a certain kind of way, and they didn't tell you why you was alive, but as soon as you died, they changed everything that you said you wanted, how they wanted.
Okay, just say for instance, if she did tell you that she wanted to be cremated,
Yes,
so would it be so bad to have a funeral and then cremate her?
but that ain't what she wanted.
So she don't even want a funeral. She just said, "Don't funeralize me."
Well, I don't know about the funeral because, like, my uncle had a funeral and was cremated. They just had the picture up there.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of him,
His body being present, his
right,
ashes were
right,
okay.
right. So, I mean, hey, you still can do a funeral. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's what I was asking. Would you still do a funeral if that was her wish to be cremated? Would you still
Yeah, yeah,
funeralize?
funeral will still probably be good. This and that, but I guess sometimes, you know, well, yeah, she got insurance, but I still think you still have to respect how somebody want to be done. Like,
Their wishes.
say if somebody came to me and said, "Oh, I want a gold coffin," you know what I'm saying? And they done already then put it in their thing that they want it like this. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. I mean, you have to deal with people's wishes. Like I remember my pop told me he don't want to suffer. So he said he don't want to be a person that laid in the bed, can't move, this and that. He said, soon the doctor asks, he said, soon the doctor asks you, said, you let me go. What's not? He said, let me go. I do not want to be hospitalized in a bed, this and that. And you got to respect what people want. And I think we can't be selfish sometimes and try to do what kind of what we want. You know. He said, "Or GoFundMe." She got insurance or GoFundMe.
Well, I'm sure if my mother passed, I wouldn't be worried about either insurance or anything. Whatever her wish was, and if you planning to abide by it, I'm sure you'll make it happen.
I feel like what she said. She said, "I feel like someone's death wish is the least
You can do for them.
right."
Yeah,
I mean, that's the least.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, like it ain't gonna stop me from remembering. It ain't gonna stop me from knowing, how everything was or where the ashes went or this and that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. I can go on a cruise and I can feel like my mama is in this water. You understand what I'm saying? So I
So
feel
it
like
can be a helpmate for you, the grieving person too. So I understand. I mean, I didn't knock it at all, but I was just, accepting that, like you said, that a person that have this request granted, and it should be okay and not make it about you is because I feel like I want this funeral to be this way. But if the person has requested it to be that way, then yeah, I agree with you. You should grant it.
right.
Yeah. Impacts of the person can help you through the grief of them being gone. So, like for instance, if like the person had an impact on your life with this or that, just the impact of what they've done to make your life good or bad. A lot of times you go to the funerals and you hear these people talk about, yeah, they talk about the good, then they talk about the bad, but the bad turns into funny because some people didn't know that this person acted this type of way, but you did.
Yeah.
So the impact of what this person did, it could have been mean to you, but it was funny to uplift somebody else in another way because they were like, "Oh, this is super clown,"
And then that's what I think too. Like I think even with me, the way I move around, messing with folks, trying to make people smile or whatever, being petty. You know what I'm saying? All that.
Yeah, I know at
Like
church they gonna
people,
call you King Petty, but
people remember that I might have Mr. Petty on my casket or something. You know what I'm saying?
you cannot have petty without messy. So know that part, okay?
I'm gonna say Mr. Petty slash messy slash whatever else that I
Kia.
have. OG,
Kia.
OG, what's name?
OG Kia.
Kia.
All of that. Your name probably be so extensive. This was longer than his real
I
name.
play
We could just use his
my
real
name.
name.
My name plate to be from one side of the casket all the way to the other side.
It covered.
You can take a picture of my casket.
Oh Lord. Well, we definitely will have to put it on Facebook.
Right. Be like, he gone. He is actually gone. But, I don't plan on going nowhere no time soon.
Good. Stay
But,
out the way.
but how they say, we don't make them choices. Every time we close our eyes, we don't know if it gonna open back up.
Right.
And
So when
that's
we wake up, it's just another day that God
and
has
it's
kept
a
us.
beautiful day. Every time you open your eyes, you should realize how beautiful that day is. That's why I always answer the phone for everybody and all that stuff because it's a beautiful day. I am happy to be here and all that good stuff. I don't see how people can be so unhappy just being alive. I don't understand.
Yeah, that petty coming out. Chelsea said, I realize you have to give people their flowers while they are here. Love them and show them you love them while they are here. And that's true. Because don't wait till they're deceased and be all trying to pull them out the casket and don't want them to go into the grave. That isn't right. You give people their flowers, you're being more acceptance of them not being present anymore. Chelsea said, I'll have a necklace with the word petty on my neck when I go. Yes. You should say petty number 2 because Mr. Knowitall is petty number 1.
Ain't nothing wrong being petty. I
It's
don't know
super
why.
petty. Just the whole family. Petty family.
I don't like petty people. I don't understand.
Grief can knock you off your feet when you have to respond to the loss. It can. Death can send you into a sudden place. William said, when I go, tell T Vera to make me some greens and cornbread. Just put it in the casket. See,
He
you
won't eat
you
great
the
potatoes, tomatoes, mayhem, sam, slam, slam.
Chelsea, William need a necklace that say the petty cousin.
Got him! Got him!
William the petty cousin. That's what his necklace gonna say.
Yeah, when they pull me in, I want to be like them. They gonna say, "What is going on in this? This the nature." I'm just saying. Listen.
None of y'all. I think all these cousins and family, y'all, all the petty family, all y'all.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with being petty. I don't know why
They
people
said they ain't no good together. We know.
being a little petty. Sometimes
All right, Mr. William. He done left the gym. He ready to put on his petty hat.
ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yep. Yep. What you think? Take care of yourself to promote emotional health. That's true. Especially when you hear people young and die of sudden death with no health issues or no cause. It makes you want to work on yourself better so you won't be in that situation. So people, we got to take care of ourselves. We got to promote our emotional health.
I agree.
Yep.
And we got the.
Listen.
Okay, what?
I'm just saying.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about?
So, do you have anything else to talk about? Let me get you something to talk about. Okay.
Hello. Chelsea says she just figured out last year that physical health aids mental health. Yes, that is so true.
And then I found out that too much sugar can cause old timers. Yeah. It says sugar is one of the causes of old timers. We used to think we didn't know what caused old timers. They got new studies that show that eating too much sugar. They were showing how much sugar in our daily things every day.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar is the most dangerous thing to us because everything got it in there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how they say?
Got it.
Oh yeah. Hey, how they say it? Yeah, you got to get off one day. And so this been a rough week. Lost my cousin yesterday. Rest in peace, Arthur. And I know it's gonna be a rough week. I see y'all back next week, Monday and Tuesday, to enjoy the show, and I will be back then petty. I will be back in good spirits and all that. I wasn't feeling up to acting silly this week, but I will be back next
To
week.
make up for everything you miss. Yes, we know.
Petty ways, but
But again, Mr. Know-it-all, we praying for you.
yeah,
You keep your head up.
love y'all.
We got you.
Praying for everybody. Praying for my mama because me, my mama, and him always was close. So how they say it is what it is.
Yep,
They said we can't live forever, so you just got to enjoy them while they're here.
that's right.
Yep. So just remember, that's my shots out to all y'all. Is get around the people you love and all that stuff, and you know, love on your mama, love on your sister, love on your friends, love on your woman, boyfriend, all your little, your side, here, love on.
You see how that petty come out in everything that you do. I just tell you the truth. I'm sick of you.
See y'all next Monday and Tuesday night at 8:00. How they say, just like we went out, we good. How we came in, we going back
Going
out.
out the same way.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Y'all so petty and extra. Good night, Dee Dee. Good night, Chelsea. Good night, William.
I need to stop sliding other stuff in there now.
And you do. Because we hear you, Mr. King Patty.
Listen.
Okay.
Please. I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes, look at you.
I will see y'all next Monday and Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And y'all stay safe. Don't get in no trouble. Okay.
Right.
Stay safe and all that. And I'll see y'all back next week. Bye-bye. How does
Good
it?
night.
Okay.